BKB is picked up by a lot of cores. So having this 3.2 seconds of BKB piercing stun on the 10-second cooldown is crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, it's a really good counter initiate against Magnus's too.
Mhm.
So Magnus would RP and like whatever Magnus's partner is, Axe would just cool him. So the RP would just be negated.
You know what I'm really disappointed with though? We have not seen a lot of axeless axes so far at this tournament. Nobody's using that one.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
don't know why.
Boxy. That's what Boxy uses.
Maybe there's
Was he?
some, pay to lose function of it. I don't think so, but
I'm not sure.
people get distracted by it maybe.
It's kind of hard to see, I think, as part of the negative. It's like if you have the other immortals, there's so much shit on top of him, it's not obvious that he's naked, so it doesn't look as cool. Maybe it's something like that.
But you hear the
Sure.
punches, you feel the
Ah, that's true.
the
It does have a
violence.
different animation, or a different sound that could affect their mentality or something.
or maybe they get distracted if they're the axe player.
That's true.
Look at the model too much. Don't
Yep.
focus on creeps.
It's like, dude, he's got such cool tattoos when he
Oh yeah.
uses call or something. I don't know.
You got a nice leaf,
hmm
but they're professionals, It's their job. They'll use the cosmetics they want to.
That's true.
You should get the best cosmetics with upgrading your compendium. Get your own axe. Play
That's
it
true.
yourself. The players don't want to show you. You got to show yourself.
Support the tournament so the players make more money, guys. Batrider, that looks to me like the Axe matchup. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, Axe is going to cut creeps anyways, right? But
They might do some...
It should be the Morphling matchup, I think. It's really good against Morphling.
I was thinking that what they could do is put the bat on a support position, and even the ET3 I think could have been really good this game. And then have the bat follow the axe when he cuts the waves with sticky napalm. He can contest by himself.
you just
And
need
the-
like a stun, then you
Yeah.
guarantee the kill every time, right?
And then the ET I thought could have been a good 3 because he destroys the morph in mid game if he's farmed. The morph is tanky because of his armor, and ET removes 100% of his armor.
I love the mechanics idea, but I just feel like ET3 is just sounds like super dangerous, right? Like laning wise, you're not that much stronger. It's like you'd have to buy a couple items. It doesn't transition well, maybe.
It's good against certain carries like Slark Spectre, but otherwise they just trade region and ET kind of force off.
Yeah.
Mid late game, so.
And you can't farm fast too. Like, how do you accelerate it all?
Early mid game is his only strength as like a core ET.
They removed all his core late game talents. He used to have
the attack speed
100%
and stuff.
lifesteal.
Oh, that's right.
I think he might still have attack speed at 20,
Yeah, I think you're right.
but
He does.
the lifesteal at 25 was really big for the hero. Where it's like late game, you would punch, you'd hit so hard, and you would get 500 HP a hit without any items.
What are they now? It's like the
It's
sleep threshold
70%
and
cooldown on ult, or 70-second cooldown on ult,
and
and
then
then
the sleep
600
threshold.
wake up.
Yeah.
So it's an 800 wake up. So also this gyro here, we didn't talk much, but this is becoming a big carry of the meta
Yeah.
for this TI. Without a wisp, I think it's only been picked with us like 1, 2, maybe 3 times. Most other times it's just a carry, picks it, he goes some double wraith band, a Bassi, into a BKB, into an axe. That's kind of the cookie cutter build. As you can see, he's already rushing a Bassi.
Yep, they like this build. Pick up the Ring of Protection at the side shop and gives you more damage and another 500 gold item wood. So works
This
out.
is kind of the evolution of the old Wraithband build, where you could buy the slippers in the side shop, where people would start with the recipe and the circlet, and then they'd walk to their side shop and they buy a Wraithband. It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's true.
upgrading on that, where you start with the sages. It's a lot more commitment, but you start the lane with after a CS or 2, 8 more damage, 2 more armor, and more mana regen.
Yeah, it looks garbage, just like this with the base.
Yeah.
It's like a Slacks item build right here. No, I'm just kidding. He would only have 1 tango.
It gives a lot of damage, so apparently that's one of the reasons why Invoker position 4 has been popular, because of Ring of Basilius.
Because it basically offsets the fact that you have no stats and low base damage, right?
Yeah. So you're feeling pretty good in the lane as position 4 Invoker.
I guess it's the item to buy if you're playing a 4 in most cases.
Yeah, and like if you're a carry and you're not a melee, I think it's a good item to buy too, because it gives a lot of damage.
Now, when Alliance played Tygon Tree earlier, I saw that he went Ags Rush. He had like Tranquil Zags, I believe. I thought it was kind of interesting. I haven't seen it work really well in a while. But it can be pretty nice against Batrider, I guess. If you put him in a couple important locations like these tree clumps or something, you'll see when the lassos come in. Maybe.
A lot of tree players have been consistently going this Meteor Hammer. It works well with your ult, and it works well to get yourself farmed as well. It doesn't break your invis.
Yeah, the normal build is Meteor Hammer, Blink into Axe.
Yeah.
Axe Rush, it's like good time to time.
We should he pulled the wave.
Wait.
Is that on purpose? Probably not, right?
I think it was.
So how does this affect the wave when one creep comes in?
doesn't anymore because he blocked it. So that creep's just going to get focused now instead of maybe 2 creeps getting focused, but the lane should have been even. If he pulled all 4 creeps, it would have been under tower, and it could have changed the lane like pretty massive.
Because then Brood would have possible missed last hits kind of a thing.
I've
So
seen this
little-
matchup go really, really bad for the Brood as well. Like I've seen some members slap Brood, so this could go pretty bad for him.
So Alliance, Boxy kind of got to the lane late, but they got the lanes that they wanted. They didn't want to put the morphine against the Bat Rider, because Axe can just pull. So there would be like not a lot of interaction between a core Bat Rider.
So Tiger's just gonna take farm down here, I guess.
Yeah, just the one wave. Like
Oh,
I said in the
Boxy was here.
earlier game, when Axe or like whenever an off lane cuts like this, the position 4 kind of hits level 2 and then doesn't get any levers.
Which is pretty okay for Tree, I think. He's actually
He's
going
gonna
top
TP top. for
in
the
this
tri lane.
TP as well. They're not going to know this is coming. And maybe Old 11 will suspect it and call it out, but
There is a sentry down.
that's true. They will spot it soon. But for now, his positioning is going to avoid any of them knowing.
Yeah, they can get a lot of damage done.
Until Morph hits 2, though, I don't really see him contributing too much. They spawn me. It's really close.
It's about the range creep.
They see
He
him
gets
now for
spotted. They ping out the gyrocopter. They're gonna try to commit on this.
sure. It was actually
A
so
lot of damage.
Making his
The
way
tree
for
is
him.
striking
good.
him.
Oh, good stun. Yeah,
Well, he didn't see the rocket. He had
Yeah,
to
he
wait
must
for him
not
to
have.
dodge it.
that was actually a kill 100% if he gets the waveform off. Leech Seed is actually such a good early trading ability.
Yep.
Such a big deal. It's like you get like 3/4 of a tango for 1 skill point on everybody that's fighting. Just makes the kill so guaranteed.
Yeah, this lane is going to be all about the sentries. Taiga has one in his backpack. As I say that, they're going on dark. There's a lot of damage he should be going down, but the question is
Oh,
who's
you
going to
can't
get the
auto
first
attack.
blood?
That was really nice.
Yeah, they gave it to Mickey. Nice. Like the good part about that thing was they're going to get the sentry or
Yeah.
sentry down,
The-
I think.
The one sad thing though about this waveform is the morph feels really bad with waveform. Like how half his mana pull every time he uses it, and it does nothing. You don't really want to, commit to it unless it's like a guaranteed kill. And at that point,
Yeah.
usually adaptive is going to be better anyway for less mana.
I mean, he does have CM aura. at
Yeah,
least.
luckily there is a CM aura.
Yeah.
What's surprising is Taiga didn't deward the sentry.
I don't know if
Maybe
he
they don't-
realizes
yeah.
yet. I think he might figure it out now, but I mean, the first time they went on the gyro, it was actually the moment they were going in. The second one, same
So
thing,
maybe
approach
he
from the
didn't
right.
realize it that there.
Doesn't seem like he cares much yet. He hasn't like been straight up attacked when he's invis or something. So,
Okay, so he doesn't realize.
oh no, countered.
Yeah, I liked how he cut the tree there.
So mid, very even. Boxy, completely free farm bot. Bat, kind of doing the same thing. Gonna be a little poorer than the Axe because of he farms his medium camp a little slower, I think. But for right now, 4 heroes on the map are really happy. And then there's a morph, and then the gyro's like in between,
I forgot about gyro in this lane. Got killed that one time.
He
Or didn't actually
he
die.
almost got killed.
That's right. So he's just been out of the lane a bit. I love this brood set. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's the new cash set, right?
Yes, I think so. Midas brood, is that common? every
Yeah.
time?
Most common build, I think, like mid 1 minute was he went Soul Ring, he went Midas, then he went Solar Crest, then he went Ags, and then he went BKB.
Oh, they're not going piping. Another kill top on the gyrocopter. Did you catch that one, Phoebe?
Yep, I did.
You didn't say anything?
Oh, you guys were in a deep conversation. I didn't want to.
You could just be like, top lane.
Okay,
That's all.
okay,
That's how.
okay.
That's the
top
trick.
lane, top lane, top lane.
Top, top, top.
Should I look top?
Nice,
Mango
make
is
a
not.
double kill on him.
But BK is out of mana. Oh, he's got mango. He's fine. He's fine.
Magnus does have skewer up, I believe, so up
Yeah,
in
it's
5,
5
so
seconds. Yeah.
What a useless hero right now. 26 seconds on
he's
skewer.
gonna break all the trees with skewer if he feels cool, but he decides against
And then
it.
he died in neutrals.
Old 11, one of his signature hero I want to mention is Bat Rider.
So you think he's gonna pump off?
Yeah, I think he's gonna
Completely
pop
free
off.
farm. He's gonna win the game for his team.
Yeah, I think Old 11 is the player to look out for on King Gaming. So he's gonna.
There's the 5-minute bounty runes. It might be a 2 for 2. It looks like on the map.
Yeah.
Nice, simple
Cross-
2 for 2.
cross
Bat
the
Rider is saving up for a boot to travel. So once you get this boot to travel on the Bat Rider, he gets so fat. He buys the bottle, but you can show up at any part of the map. You TP top with your lasso. Maybe you get a kill. You can defend all your towers. So
Wi-Fi is dangerously low here. Looks like nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, but okay, just has to stay hidden.
They're gonna deward the sentry top. Should be fine, but
That's the second one they had actually. This was a new scent, I think.
yeah.
But so I guess they both traded scents again, most likely.
But it's gonna favor the team with the Invis here. This Ember is owning mid now. He's completely zoning out the Brood. The Brood is not gonna feel too sad about having to jungle, because he's a Brood after all. But having an Ember have a good game for the first 10 minutes is really, really big. Especially since a lot of the nerfs he's been getting has been only to his laning stage. They removed
Yeah,
some
also
armor. They removed, I think, a little damage, but overall he's gonna be a strong hero soon.
Also, the tri-lane has been happening, so the heroes from both lanes are really on the level.
Another kill on the Morphling. That's like the scariest thing for me if I'm playing on Keen Gaming right now. Is like, okay, yeah, maybe Ember's having a great game, but so is Morphling.
Yeah.
4 kills. It's only got 19 last hits. The last hits so far have not been fantastic, but
Yeah. So
Is
getting back to my point, if there's a tri-lane versus tri-lane going on, and whoever mid can rotate, this heavily favors that
Team.
that team. So like Ember with a good rune can just rotate top. They're gonna be so under-levered. They can pick up a lot of kills.
this is like Boxy rotating to the top lane. He's killing the stacks now, which means Elder Titan can't abuse it for extra damage.
Wow, he's everywhere. He's taking. Look at his stacks.
So
He's
3
taking
stacks
all
for
these- Wow.
He's not gonna hit an extra stack, but
the poor bastard. It's rough having to deal with just 4 or 3.
so I think the Ember might consider going a Spear Vessel this game. It's really good. It stops the Brutal. It stops Morphling. Even Tree Armor. It could
Alright.
do well against or do good against. So
Yeah.
I would look out for him going a Vessel at some point in this game. But top, Mickey, he got the wave for him, but it's working out. He's 5-0-0 and
Ooh,
he's
boxing like
all of
the
his team's
courier.
kills.
He tried.
Old Chicken's gonna get caught by a call. Are they gonna be able to burst him? He has
Bats
Shrine is
coming
active.
over. Alliance has to be careful. World 11 has everything up. It's really high level. Level 8. Level 4.
They're gonna
and
kill CM.
Firefly.
Oh,
He
he
wants-
skips over CM. He's going for the axe. He's gonna get a lasso pull down to the high ground maybe.
Ooh, doesn't go get him.
Oh, a nice call right
was
before the
really well.
lasso.
The Firefly is down soon. I don't think they can get this kill.
Yeah, he might give up. Ember keeps rotating, catches a Insania.
Yeah, we knew she was gonna die. But. Oh, there's actually kind of bad for Old 11. There's the web. Now he's got the run. Now he actually doesn't have any AoE. Oh, I thought
Oh.
Mickey was gonna get another kill.
Koifa steals the kill from his carry.
So he ends up going Veil on Ember Spirit. What are games that this is justified? This used to be a very common build, but
Yeah.
now it's not really done anymore.
So it used to be very common when they first introduced talents to the game.
Because you had that
At
bullshit
10%,
like
or at
15.
level 10, it was 15.
Yeah, it was insane.
So you would couple that with this Veil and your damage was absurd. So after they removed it and moved it to level 20, it's kind of been not a big item on the hero.
Mhm.
In general, the item's been kind of weak. Some heroes will prefer to buy a Kaya because of the mana. But this game I like it because it gives him armor versus the Brood, who's most likely going to buy the Medallion Solar Crest, and if he himself doesn't want his own Medallion, it's good. He has also a lot of magic damage on his team. Gyrocopter, Elder Titan, Bat Rider.
Good
So
point. So it's like it helps his team while still kind of giving him about what he needs. Just Veil over Drum, basically.
a lot of Ember, basically the whole death thought is Old Chicken's going to get gone on a free kill again for Mickey maybe.
Got a lot of wand charges from Old Chicken though.
He's going to walk it off.
Yeah. But Old Chicken's feeling very sad. He's level
Yeah.
4, the enemy carries gonna hit 6.
Bot lane, Boxy's going to get gone on a skewer back from the Magnus, and I think he's going to burn down.
Yeah.
They don't even need a lasso, right?
Yeah.
There's a
He's
couple
just gonna burn
seconds
to death.
away from his TP, but I guess I had lasso no matter what. Why doesn't Gyro just go safe lane instead? I don't get it. Like they don't have sentry control, so every
Yeah.
time he comes up here, Taiga just gives him the slap on the butt, and then they kill him. So why not just go bottom?
I think right now he should be going bottom.
I think they might be worried about this axe owning him really hard, or
Why is the
some-
is the
something,
level
but-
4 weak against the level 8?
could be, but
No,
They-
he's just back bottom. Keep back top I think.
yeah. So most Embers these days will go like one mid-range item and then go into like a Maelstrom, BKB, Ags, that kind of build.
Uh-huh.
Some go Yule, some go Drums. some
King
go
Gaming
Veil.
might get 4 boundaries.
Yes, but that tree is gonna go down, which I guess is a bonus for them. Insania gets a nice Invis rune, so they can't really follow up on him. Boxy's gonna get the 4th banner rune, so it's not too bad for Alliance.
They only lost 3. 11 got
Only.
his travel finished.
Still up 2k gold. This Broodmother's not had to do a single thing. I think he walked into the jungle once and got a free kill. So
He's just doing broodmother stuff,
Yeah.
just farming off.
Very good net worth at the moment.
So he's not going for the Solar Crest Rush like mid one. He went for a Medallion into a Diffusal. I think Diffusal is pretty good this game. Both the cores of Radiant have low mana, Ember and Gyro. So and having like a nice slow is really nice because his team kind of lacks on hard disables. They have some roots, they have some one call, but that's about it. So
Could be really good against like Batrider too if he gets a lasso grab or something like
Yeah.
that. There's a lot of good situations. But yeah, definitely the mana drain.
I'm really worried for Old 11's Old Chicken's game because Boxy, he stored all his stacks and now he's so under-levered.
That's a good point actually.
Yeah.
I forgot about the stack stealing. That was a huge rotation.
Yeah, Boxy stealing the stack was very, very crucial.
I think this game is going to be really relying on this Ember for the next 5-10 minutes to make a lot of space. Especially with this early Veil. He didn't go phase. He didn't go this more, be a little slower, be a little more in your jungle. He went at this, I'm going to be really strong. If you ever walk at my heroes, I will walk at you too. But right now, Dyer isn't even walking at them, so he has nowhere to be on the map. So it does feel a little awkward, I think, for Yi, but what can you do?
Just keep buying wind laces. That's what you gotta do.
Taiga does have Meteor Hammer and Blink queued up on tree, so it's not going to
Okay.
be seeing that. We're not going to be seeing that Axe rush.
Might have just been like game specific that he felt worth going X.
Yeah, this is a normal item build on tree. Oh, a DD rune for top.
Is he just going to deny it?
Yeah,
It
he's
looks
just
at it
gonna
funny.
deny it. He kept denying the DD rune. There was another DD rune at around 8 minutes. He just denied it.
For Brood, it's like you don't farm. Your hero doesn't help you farm that much. It's mostly about your spiders. So
Yeah.
I think walking there and potentially getting ganked by some Ember is kind of not worth it for your hero.
And you have to lose your net setup a little bit, or your web setup. Which isn't always worth it.
Bot lane, they're pinging the Magnus. They're maybe talking about trying to go on him, but he has 2 heroes to his left.
He's
so
actually farming quite well. I mean, this is their 4 position, right? He's
Yeah.
got 1,000 gold plus arcane boots, so he's transitioning.
Yeah, Alliance lineup is pretty slow. They have no damage to play with the axe. Morph is just gonna want to farm, so does Broodmother. So until they have like 1 or 2 items up around like 20 minutes, it's gonna be a pretty slow game. The both teams are just gonna play on their sides. King Game is not very unhappy too, cause they got Magnus and Gyro.
Dark is so underfarmed, dude. Stout shield on his Elder Titan here. But he's got level 6 at least. It's
This-
not all bad.
This gank is very weird.
They've got the
They have
Observer
no-
Ward.
They have
it's
no
on a
initi-
shrine too.
Yeah. Oh, the core is on cooldown. So Fox is oh, but a huge overgrowth. Overgrowth on 3 heroes. Holy crap!
Bat Rider's
Rider
going to
goes
instantly go
first.
down. Magnus gonna
Magnus?
skewer Axe back, but it's called. I think he's probably going to go down for free. It's turned into a huge disaster for Keen so quickly, and
That looked
Poison.
so weird from King Gaming. They had no initiation. What was that?
they tried to walk up. I think they were trying to catch the Brood, maybe farming this Tri-Camp, but they walk into this Axe on a shrine. This guy's got Vanguard. He's got.
I mean, they saw him. They
Yeah.
they had the ward on the high ground. They saw him there, and it's like, what, they're going to run at him and get a lasso before he runs the shrine? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess they didn't see the state of the shrine, so maybe they didn't know it was ready to heal, but
You should assume, right?
Boxy had his core on cooldown. Maybe that's like that was a bait.
Top lane, they're gonna go on Boxy, stomp on him.
It looks like it's dead.
Nice.
A lot of spells are being casted.
Good rotation from King Gaming.
man, that Earth Splitter crack sound is so good.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
a nice,
that noise.
satisfying.
Feels good.
When a hero like gets killed by it, that's nice.
Very pleasant. So almost Blink Dagger not bad. So old 11 doing pretty solid. How's Kaka doing?
Let's look
1200.
at bottom lane. There might be a lot of damage though. Just a lot of damage.
It's one of those moments where you're like, can I wait to see if they have invis? No, he just
If
jumps
there
away.
was an overgrowth ready, he would have died. But it's
Yeah,
on cooldown
it's
from
true.
last fight.
So what do you think about Mikkei's build this game? Going for the Morbid Mask and the Manta. See a lot of different Morphling builds. This is like more traditional from maybe 6 months ago, I feel like.
This is, from what I know, this is kind of the standard build on Morphling, from what I have seen. The Manta is really good on Morph for a couple of reasons. Your illusions on the hero are like the best illusions in the game.
Yeah. Other than like AM or something.
Yeah, because they have so much physical damage. They start with like 200 damage once you get the Manta up.
Hmm.
They can kill a wave and they can kill a camp, and maybe even a second wave, depending on where the positioning is. Also, like a smaller thing that is actually really big is you can disassemble Manta. So if it's a good Lincoln's game, if it's a good Scotty game, you can start your game with the Manta and then break it into a Scotty or Lincoln's, and then maybe you want to go S and Y and Satanic. So it opens up a lot of item paths.
It just feels like he's going to stick on Manta for the rest of the game because it's very
There
good
is
if a Bat Rider jumps you, Manta instantly maybe gets the wrong one. You can remove Searing Chains.
Dodge RP.
Yeah.
Another smoke. Now this smoke looks pretty good because Old 11 has Blink ready.
They're going to try to catch the Broodmother.
All they see is Morphling bottom here, trying to get some vision, looking for some grabs. That ward will
They're kind
help
of
a
talking
little.
about whether they want to defend the tower or invade the Tri-Camp, I believe. And I think they're going to end up walking towards Broodmother.
Brood actually doesn't know.
They do need the ward guy to go first, or they should give the ward to Brood, Bat Rider.
He doesn't
They
know,
know
but
where
they see the spider.
A nice
Nice
lasso on him.
grab.
I don't think Koifa can live this. He's going to get some die.
And helps so much to have Bat Rider, like flying vision against a Brood or vision at all, just to know that he can't like just run up and down cliffs.
Alliance is around though. Look at Axe. Look at Boxy. He's pinging out the Magnus.
Taiga watches him.
He
you know,
can't
from
go
the
down.
trees,
He would have
but
had to ulti.
Yeah. It's just a Magnus. He's getting close to his Blink Dagger, I think. Or he might even have it on the Magnus, but once
He's close.
Yeah.
Yeah, very close.
once he has it, I think Keen is probably going to play a little similar, but you know, it's Alliance that's going to play different. They're not going to want to take these like re-engagements because once they try to re-engage on the lasso and they group around this Bat Rider, that's another 2-3 mana RP. Instead of getting one hero BKB pierced by a lasso, it's 3 heroes BKB pierced by an RP.
Taiga's positioning is going to be very crucial. He's going to have to scout out a lot of the stuff with the nature skies. So they're going to have to. It's just basically a vision fight, I think, both teams, because there's a Bat Rider and an Axe.
Dark is going to get spotted out by the tree. He's going to also spot out the tree, but maybe they're going to slap each other, maybe not. I think Taiga doesn't know he's spotted. Dark is playing this really well. It's sometimes hard to fake not
Look
knowing.
stupid
Yeah.
on purpose without being too
'Cause
obvious.
sometimes you like want to walk away or
Mhm.
like keep walking towards him, but
Or it's like the first moment you spot him and you hesitate and like instantly turn around and that looks a little suspicious.
so yeah, it's really obvious to tell when someone kind of sees you. So both sides, it takes a lot of intuition to what's happening.
With that said, though, it's extremely expected that there's going to be sentries around this area. But not only are you invis, but when you kill the tier 1 tower, that's a place that Keen Gaming is going to want to control. So, DD Axe.
There's so many sentries.
He got attacked, but he gets grabbed though. That observer ward paying off from earlier. Is there going to be any follow up, or is he just going to run away?
He has a TP, but there's a
But bottom
chance.
though, bottom.
At the same
They're
time,
going on
big fight
gyro.
bot, but
Oh,
nice
oh.
RP on 2.
Huge RP. It's just a disengage RP, because Gyro was getting
Ember's too
low.
far away. Bat Rider also goes down to the Broodmother rotation, and the Axe somehow lives. He TP'd to base. I think he got chained, and then he TP'd to base, but
Yeah.
what an unfortunate series of events for Keen. I think the Gyro got gone on bot as they went on the Axe. Most of their
Yeah.
damage is between this Ember and the Bat Rider. The Gyro has some damage, but it's mostly on this Ember right now, especially with his Veil. And when they use all this, stuff on this Axe, he just TP's out, and his carry's getting gone on.
I mean, it looked like a weird grab, right? Because it looked like Bat was in the middle of nowhere. But I think what the issue was is that there just wasn't enough mana on Ember. Because when I click over on Ember, he only had like 160. He had
Yeah.
slight chains, but if he has an extra 150, he can also
He
remnant
can
over.
go and commit.
Oh,
In
another
which
fight
case, they
at-
could have gotten him.
Mickey gets a strength morph off. They can't really go on this. Alliance is all around them. Yeah,
Alliance knows that they don't have RP, so they're just converting on mid tower, even though the Broodmother is close on BKB.
They're doing a really good job pressuring here.
Alliance is playing the map really good right now. Mickey is playing a little far up, but I think he feels
wait,
very
Kaka.
confident.
Oh my god.
Kind of got out of position here.
Old 11 as well is getting gone on.
Oh,
Boxy
what a
gets
call.
on the bot side of the
Oh.
map.
On Ember, the
Ember,
root,
he can't get out. No,
the root.
on the left side of the fight. Oh, Koifa's gonna get out.
Kofi zoned out like 3 of the King Gaming heroes too. That was very well executed from Alliance.
Dude, that call from Boxy was insane.
Yeah.
He was like still midair, fire remnanted, and he's like, oh, I know exactly where you're going, dude. They didn't have overgrowth either. They actually changed on that perfectly.
They had to wait till the last second. That was a really good fight.
Look at this, Insania is drawing lines. They want to play more aggressive. 20-minute runes are gonna be up, and they want to.
Oh, a nice
Oh,
call.
They
he
want to
gets
get
him.
more.
Bat Rider did get the rune though, so that's a win for the old 11. Oh, never mind. Thought he bottled it.
Nah.
Nobody
More
wants that
Bonniers.
one?
No one saw it.
No one wants that one?
I think Axe thought he bottled it too. Yeah, he did. He did.
Team! What? It was kind of hard to tell. I mean, there's a
I
lot.
thought
There's
he
a lot.
bottled it
There's
too.
like a body there,
There was a blood.
but he
like-
called him. I thought he called early. I don't know.
He
I
called
think,
at the same time as the rune spawn. He called at 20.
you know what's also crazy is that the bounty rune icon should still be on the map, right? Because they saw it visually
Oh, yes.
with their hero that it's still there. So maybe they'll get it later. Who knows? Someone will be happy.
Yeah. Kaka?
Good luck, man.
Oh, nice RP on all the spiders.
Is it?
Insania's
It
doing
was.
a lot of damage with the ulti.
Dark might get gone on by Boxy if he has a blink soon, but Boxy's not blink school.
Oh,
Oh, a frost
I heard
Taiga
it.
does have
Ember.
overgrowth ready. He's gonna overgrowth
follow
on
up.
two
Ember.
heroes. On three
Nice.
heroes
Here comes the call.
actually.
Oh, a
He
call
gets
on
him.
the Ember, but they have no follow-up or
No,
do
the Ember's
the
here.
chain.
Ember's
Oh.
here. Oh, core
Dark
fight with
also
the
was
10-second
down.
BKB.
This game's so hard now. Ember or Morphling, Gyro from the behind. Everything from behind feels bad, but Gyro, a lot of teams have been picking this Gyro, and their early game hasn't been going that well. I know
Boxy stealing that stack was huge, I think.
Yeah, the-
Gyro's game has been like butchered.
EG picked Gyro, and his early game was bad, and it's hard for this hero to come back. I think like Old Chicken, his lane was bad. He was in a tri lane. He died only once, I think, but he wasn't able to hit creeps. This Gyro here, I think, is very important to be able to feel strong and rotate and farm aggressively with your team. Well, when he gets pushed back, especially now that they have a mag with him, he's not even a melee core. I don't know how they come back into this game right now. It's already 11,000 gold lead.
It does feel really hard. Like Meg has felt useless. Elder Titan has felt kind of useless. It's like Batrider and Ember trying to get kills, and that's about it. Mickey's got 10 kills at this point. He's almost got his Lincoln Sphere after Manta style. Feels like Taiga's just been all over the place, setting things up 0-1-11. Some beautiful stats, man.
So Gyro's finished up his Ags. The Ags doesn't start dealing a lot of damage until you have a Maelstrom.
Oh, and Power's pretty good
He
in this
doesn't
case,
have
actually.
because he has a Wraith Band, he has his Ag stat, so he has a decent amount of agility, but I don't think it's anything to change the game, especially since Brood is actually fairly good against the Gyro Ags if he doesn't have flat cannon, because they have a good chance at tanking the random hit.
Just too many spiders, basically.
But the flat cannon should kill the spiders at the start of the fight, so it won't be too big of a deal. Wow, they found the bounty rune. Congratulations to Old Chicken.
Somebody got it.
A 2-minute late bounty rune.
Yeah, they're going to be real confused about that one, actually.
Yeah.
Much like us.
A smoke from Alliance. I was wondering what the tree will go, but he opted for the blink over the meteor hammer.
Yeah, he was deciding, right? He was sitting
Yeah.
at like 2300 gold for a bit. But I think this is pretty smart, right? Because now he unlocks Nature's Guise hits for follow-up on Embers, like anywhere, essentially, right?
Yeah.
So you can Nature's Guise blink at the head off. You can blink Overgrowth. Like, the disable that Overgrowth provides is so huge here.
Oh, he's going to find everyone. Boxy call on the bottom left side of the fight.
Insania gets Batrider disabled. He's just going to die. No blink initiation. That was
Titan's
huge.
going to get gone on.
There is still an overgrowth ready from Taiga. He's looking.
I don't think they can catch anyone. Keen's going to get out, but all these fights, it's like they get only 1 or 2 kills, but they get the area to farm. The area's not even farm, so they get the farm. Keen gets pushed back into their base. They lose a tower. It's just so scary.
They're
right
running mid trying to catch him, but he's going to get out of there in time. Maybe. If he's not careful, Taiga will catch. That was a huge play by Insania there. He must have saw the Firefly or something, Nova's the trees, and gets a Frostbite. And any Batrider without Force Staff that gets disabled, just it's a dead hero.
Also, the Morphling went the wave cast range at 10, so he's been able to maneuver the fights a lot easier than if he went agility.
But that's pretty standard now. I feel like at least like 75%, if not more, Morphlings go away from range at the moment. Especially with Morph, it just feels so busted, right? Because then
Taiga and Boxy, they found ET.
it's like you have a blink on any other hero that you turn into,
Yeah.
essentially. God forbid you have 2 mobility skills, then it's actually insane.
You know, if you turn an AM and use a real blink.
Yeah. Then you're never going to get caught.
Yeah.
So Old 11 pushing out top, probably because he knows that the next place they're going to go after Roshan is for the top tier 2, but now that can't be done.
So they're probably just going to hit up in the mid lane, take out the tier 2.
Ah, yes, the other tower available.
Good split pushing from King Gaming to respond though.
They
Gyro
find the
has a
Ember, but I don't think they can do anything. He has a run in now, so
Except for murder those spiders,
just
just
chilling.
feels so smart.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
nice core. Is that gonna
2
be
hits?
enough?
Oh,
It's
close.
not enough. But Taiga, look at Taiga. He's got eyes on Gyro. He's pinging over.
And
Gyro.
the Magnus. Oh, a nice 2-man overgrowth. Boxy's blink dagger's going to be cancelled though, so he can't blink follow up. Poison's now
Fortify's gonna
here.
be there.
He has no ult, so he's going to do a little low damage, but he can do low damage if he's under farm.
It's okay. Kaka got the bounty on top. Kaka's out.
Oh, that's good.
He got the bounty.
3
He's going to
bounties.
try to cut the mid wave too, I
4.
think.
Oh no, they got 1. Well, I mean, at least they're only 14k gold behind. Could be worse.
It's now 13.
That's true.
It's getting better as we speak. Maybe
Alright.
it'll be 12 if you give it a little more time.
They got Yules on bat now, so he can actually defend himself.
Yeah.
He got Flame Break, Burn Duration, interesting. Oh, okay, just Hero's dying. They can't leave their base anymore, I guess.
Oh no, 30 seconds. I was about to say, they have a lot of tools to bring the
The
Alliance
Core got
heroes.
dunked.
Alliance heroes to King Gaming space. They have Bat Rider Lasso, they have Skewer, so if they coordinate very well, they can like they can drag them to their fountain, to their base.
It just feels so hard for Keen Gaming at this point. Like, 12 kills on Mickey. He's not making any mistakes at this point, not dropping the ball. He's almost got his E-Blade.
They just got Brood Mothered.
Like, everybody... did they get Brood Mothered? They just got dumpstered in the tri-lane.
I think the tri-lane was really big, but I think Boxy, his
Yeah,
early
that's true.
laning was obviously, it's not, you know, too crazy because he was cutting the wave, but his rotation to take the stacks in the Radiant Tri-Camp,
Yeah.
and then his rotations around the map, and all his catches have been really, really good. He always starts the fight with a nice call. He kind of hides if he can't follow up, and then he gets a second call sometimes in these fights, and he's been playing really well this game.
Yeah, that was definitely big. Tri-lane and Boxy rotation. I think those are the two big things for
I think
sure.
as a whole, they're playing really well against around the Brood. They know his timings. I believe Koifa likes playing Brood, so they probably have scrimmed with it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So as a team, they understand the hero like in and out. So as a team, they've also played really well, I think, on the map.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I believe it's almost Solar Crest finished on the Broodmother now. So they might be waiting for the next Aegis. I don't know if they're scared, but they're now taking out all the shrines, you know, doing the choke maneuver, kind of closing the map. Radiant's going to feel really awkward, especially whenever you have a mag, you want to be able to have an open map and farm as much as possible. But now that the map's kind of pushing into you, this Magnus hero feels really awkward.
Yeah, because you can't accelerate your cores into more neutral camps. You can't become an AM for free, basically. You're like, cool, you can farm your 2 neutral camps faster. Really doesn't do that much. Call
Nice
does
bomb
get him.
gyro.
They could go in.
But the ET is there.
He has no BKB.
I'm surprised the Morphling didn't jump with E-Blade combo,
He
but
has an E-Blade combo.
okay, finally goes for it. And easy kill. Old 11's gonna cut the creep wave. Do they have creeps? They do.
They do have 2
they
creeps. They're probably just going to go for bot 2. I don't think Radiant can really do anything to defend this. Make you deal less damage as Gyro, man. Stay as more.
If Mickey goes bottom through the high ground, the Magnus might be able to swerve him back in.
Maybe he's worried about getting lassoed or something, so he wants the HP.
He has a Lincoln Sphere. And I guess there's a Yules on the Bat Rider, so.
Oh no, Magnus used Blink. Now they're safe to hit the power for at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's huge.
Bat Rider uses Firefly. He might be trying to get a pick on the. I guess the Brood would be the best option, but it's so hard to get a catch right now. This Axe, he's sitting at the top. There's no way for this Bat Rider to connect to him, so. You can't jump anyone right now. There's nothing to do. Just watch your base fall.
He's trying to morph into...
Oh, his Lincolns is off.
Ooh, tons of damage to Bat Rider. Try to force out...
Boyfriend's
Max
gonna get
is
skewered
gone.
back. No mana for RP on the Magnus though after 1 defusal hit.
he gets mag. No E-Blade just ready though. Almost up, easily gets the kill. There's a lasso
Much
back.
damage to the whole thing. Magnus does buy back, but Blink is off cooldown for 1 more second.
Ember should be.
good.
Oh, he went full agi.
Never go full agility, dude.
That's what happens.
He didn't
He
learn.
should
Do
be
have
able to
an
get
RP
out.
ready.
Oh no, he got a strength morph off. A nice overgrowth from Taiga. Morphling out.
Everyone's
Koifa.
left off.
Mickey's full strength. He's not gonna be able to do much in this fight. Alliance has to get out right now. Cut their losses.
Yeah,
Insane
he
Taiga
did him a lot of
supports.
damage.
Sorry guys, you committed a lot for the win. You've done your best, but you're gonna go down right now.
Seems just carrying over here.
Yeah.
It's like the Ember was slapping her, and you couldn't even tell, dude. So
That
that
was-
was good. That was a lot of buybacks, right? Just 1. Magnus lost a lot. Technically good for Keen Gaming, but considering they still lost some melee barracks, I think that's a big fat L.
The Morphling, I think he messed up a little with his agility for his first life.
Yeah.
And then because when you get stunned like that and you're morphing strength, sure, you're going to live. You're going to feel good. But re-engaging feels really awkward. You now have no damage. You have no attack speed. Your W does no damage. Sure, you can like stun, I guess. But when you morph down, you also lose your health percentage. So if you go you know, from like 70% health at max strength, you'll go only down to like 20% at max agility. So re-engaging in these fights is really awkward. So once you get like stunned like that, they had to get out. And you saw Koifa instantly runs away. The supports keep committing their spells to make sure the Morphling gets out, but they did the best they could. I think it was fine though. If they catch this Ember though, this could be really garbage. He has a Yule, so what can they do maybe?
He's got BKB too, actually.
He's fine.
On the upside of the last team fight, but BKB on Gyro as well. So
These BKBs are big. The one scary thing right now though is that if Morph gets a E-Blade combo on them, they kind of feel forced to BKB.
Yeah.
Or run back to Phone. And both of those are just horrible.
And on top of that, they still have Axe Call, and they still have Overgrowth as well that they have to play through.
Call top,
H4
catches
top.
the Ember.
Can they get it?
Oh, he dodged the E-Blade, but
He has a remnant down too. It should be safe.
It's a little sloppy by Mickey there. I mean, if he's in adaptive strike range, he can definitely use E-Blade.
he was probably, he thought that the combo wouldn't kill him. And you want to be able to right click, because if you combo too early, you can't right click. A lasso on the right side of the fight catches the tree.
Good route by Insania.
Oh, the Earth Split hits on no one. They're going to keep chasing this barrier. He's going to go down to the...
There is
Oh,
nice
it's
call
called.
on 2. Gyro doesn't pop his BKB. He's going to go down. Will he? They're going to chase him down, I think, through the BKB. Elder Titan's going to try to TP out. He's going to get canceled by the Morphling, though.
Koifa really wants this one here.
He's going to give up on the Gyro, but the ET did get gone on and killed.
So that should be the tier 2. Well, they've got buybacks. They'll be able to defend high ground potentially, but
Yeah, but both of them don't have ulti. So.
They have no BKBs, right? I think that Ember BKB 2.
Yeah.
So
they still have RP at
the
least.
hope right now for Keen is they get a 5-man RP into the GG call.
Yeah, I was like, sleight of fist.
So they buy back on the both heroes. They have to.
They
This is
smoke
kind of their
up
last
too.
hurrah. Alliance might feel good enough that you don't need to win the game right now. So they're probably just going to back, wait for this next Roche. I believe it's going to spawn. It could spawn soon. So once this next Roche is out, they're going to end. Or they're going to wait till Keen pushes out onto this high ground where it's warded and try to kill him.
A quick finger by Moxie. Moving away when the smoke broke.
Hit the rocket team.
Oh, the Yule's bad in the air.
He's got
That's actually him.
Oh, he didn't press blink.
Maybe he didn't have enough
Bat Rider
time.
no buy. Nice blink from the Magus. He's going to get it out. But the ET, do they have a cancel?
That
Oh,
is going
no.
to be the buyback.
They got Morphling here.
You can't really kill him. He's so tanky, even as Bat Rider.
It's got Scotty now. Even
Yeah.
more HP.
I think they're going to try to commit for their tracks. There's no more lasso. The only thing they have to be scared of is RP. And
King Gaming does have another smoke.
this Ember doesn't do enough damage right now. He's really poor compared to this Morphling. He's 7,000 gold below the Morphling. It's a 27,000 gold lead.
DK is flying right now with the stolen Firefly.
Oh, a chain on the Ember. Nice up BKB to dodge the Adaptive Strike, but now there's no BKB for the fight. And Koifa, he's just hitting the racks. He's a brood mother. What more can you ask for? Nice chain on 2. Morphling's just going to take out the racks. I don't think there's anything he can do.
Just get. Oh, never mind. JK.
Did not dodge the rocket.
He's got all the.
BKB from Gyro.
Well, that's all they could do, I guess.
He drops the remnants in a triangle. I call it GG.
Yeah. Oh man, what a dismantling by Alliance. That was actually impressive. Like we said earlier, the tri-lane seemed huge. The rotation killed the stacks, and I think like.